Daughter of a well-known Florida politician has pled guilty to stealing $300,000 in COVID relief money. Damara Holness, she's the daughter of Broward County Commissioner and Democratic congressional candidate Dale Holness. She was accused of falsifying pay stubs, payroll expenses, and employees. She initially said, I didn't do it, but she did. She pled guilty to one count of conspiring to commit wire fraud. She faces up to 20 years in prison. I don't understand these people. Okay, you're gonna get caught, and you're gonna risk that? You playing with federal money? Yeah, that's stupid. So, nice try, all that freedom. Now you about to go to prison. An update on Benton Harbor, Michigan. We had the story dealing with the lead pipe issue there. The Environmental Protection Agency says that Benton Harbor failed to properly warn people in a timely manner about high levels of lead in the water, and they must make improvements to its water plant. The EPA says Benton Harbor also must consider turning the water system over to someone else in the long term. The predominantly black town has been facing an ongoing water crisis since 2018. Residents are still urged to use bottled water for drinking and cooking. All right, folks, remember that black principal in Texas we told you about who was fighting for his job because his haters were accusing him of teaching critical race theory? Well, guess what? The school board has now made a decision regarding the role of Dr. James Whitfield. Now, he was the first black principal at the Grapevine-Colleyville Independent School District high school there. The board reached an agreement delaying his resignation. Okay, let me say this again, y'all. Delaying his resignation. Listen to this.
Report of the superintendent. Act on a possible agreed settlement and separation agreement with Dr. James Whitfield. Dr. Ryan.
Yes, the administration recommends the board trustees approve the agreed settlement and separation agreement with Dr. James Whitfield.
We got a recommendation from Dr. Ryan. Do we have a motion? Casey.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept Dr. Ryan's recommendation.
Do we have a second? Becky seconds. Any questions? Seeing none, all in favor, please raise your hand. Motion passes 7-0. Now we'll have a statement from Dr. Robin Ryan. Dr. Ryan.
As a part of the settlement agreement, Dr. Whitfield tendered his resignation effective August the 15th, 2023, and will remain on paid administrative leave until that time. The parties have agreed to the following joint statement. This is the only statement the parties will make. The Grapevine-Colleyville Independent School District and Dr. James Whitfield have been in the media frequently in recent weeks concerning the disputes between them. Both the district and Dr. Whitfield each strongly believe they are in the right. However, each also agrees that the division in the community about this matter has impacted the education of the district students. In addition, the time, expense, and disruption for both Dr. Whitfield and the district would continue for some time and would further harm the education of district students. The district and Dr. Whitfield have mutually agreed to resolve their disputes. Dr. Whitfield and GCISD strongly agree it is important we continue to provide a safe and nurturing educational environment to all students, no matter their background, race, or gender. The district and Dr. Whitfield wish the best to each other in the future, and the district and Dr. Whitfield have agreed that this will be their only public statement on this matter.
That's not. All right, folks. So remember, this is a really crazy story here. The high school is Colleyville Heritage High School. That is in North Texas. This is the Grapevine School District, the Grapevine-Colleyville Independent School District, which is, and it really sits in between Dallas and Fort Worth. And so you heard there, which is sort of strange, Xavier, that he's going to remain on administrative leave until August 15, 2023. So you're going to pay somebody not to work for 2021, 2022, 2023? If you're a taxpayer, what in the hell are you doing? That
paying him to quiet.
This is sort of like this is sort. Look at how dumb this is. This is sort of like I get settlement and I get the money, but this is sort of like the idiotic Houston Rockets agreeing they wanted to trade John Wall. It doesn't fit in the future plans. And so they're paying him to sit on the bench and making $41 million a year. No. If I'm paying you $41 million, your ass gonna be in the game. This school district still cannot own up to why this man is not the principal over some folks lying about critical race theory.
Yeah, they can say that he's still the principal. Isn't that funny? They could say he's no longer the principal, but he still is the principal because he's on paid administrative leave until 2023. It's absurd. I shudder to think what type of lawyer the man has, because yes, you're going to get paid. Yes, you have a settlement, but you have a statement that's going to be the only statement that they will probably strictly enforce. So he can't be interviewed about this. He can't really say anything about what's going on. His duties under this particular settlement agreement seems to be very harsh, seems to come out as this both sidesism that makes the school district just kind of push it under the rug, and taxpayers are on the hook. But the main people who would complain about it being on the taxpayer's bill want the guy gone anyway.
I mean, here's the thing, Brianna. The board voted 7-0 in September not to renew his contract. And then it was unanimous to keep him on paid leave until August 15, 2023. He makes $125,000 a year. It's going to get paid for the remainder of his term. Now, here was the statement that Whitfield, it was a joint statement between Whitfield and the district that was read aloud after the vote. Do y'all have the video of that statement, folks, being read aloud? Okay. Okay. So when you hear that, when you hear them say, matter of fact, can y'all, I want to dissect this. Can y'all please fast forward to that and replay it, please?
Resignation effective August the 15th, 2023, and will remain on paid administrative leave until that time. The parties have agreed to the following joint statement. This is the only statement the parties will make. The Grapevine-Colleyville Independent School District and Dr. James Whitfield have been in the media frequently in recent weeks concerning the disputes between them. Both the district and Dr. Whitfield each strongly believe they are in the right. However, each also agrees that the division in the community about this matter has impacted the education of the district students. In addition, the time, expense, and disruption for both Dr. Whitfield and the district would continue for some time and would further harm the education of district students. The district and Dr. Whitfield have mutually agreed to resolve their disputes. Dr. Whitfield and GCISD strongly agree it is important we continue to provide a safe and nurturing educational environment to all students, no matter their background, race, or gender. The district and Dr. Whitfield wish the best to each other in the future, and the district and Dr. Whitfield have agreed that this will be their only public statement on this matter.
So, Brianna, I'm now confused. First off, if you're Whitfield, can you not work somewhere for almost the next 2 years? What? Stay at home, play golf?
Well, I don't know the actual deal that they made, which is, like I said, I think it's similar to a settlement agreement. However, it seems to me that there is no exclusivity with it. And so he's going to be paid from them for 3 years, and he has the ability to still make money, which means he's going to make a lot of money during this time of his normal pay plus. But I think the issue is not necessarily the money in itself, right? But when we look at the money, because it's so much, as you keep on emphasizing, from 1, 2, 3 years on top of what else he can do in his potential earnings, is the fact that he got bought out. And, removing him just delays us trying to fix the issues that he was really advocating for us as a principal there. And so, yes, he's going to be able to make money. He signed this agreement to be silent, which was for the good of the children, which now at this point makes it seem as if he's able to follow instructions, which was one of the things that they claimed he was being fired for, of not being able to stay within. And so, it does show that he's able to work with them. They both don't agree on, politically, but, he got his pockets filled.
Teresa, both the district and Dr. Whitfield each strongly believe they are in the right. Look, this is, keep in mind, this is also the same district where you had an anti-critical race theory person who just won a seat on the school board. This is what we're seeing. We are seeing these anti-CRT thugs all around the country who are disrupting school boards, who are threatening school board members as well, and they are going after and attacking principals and teachers. And look, the right is ready to weaponize this in the midterm elections next year.
Agree. And you know what? This is kind of where we are right now, where, the principal decided to make the deal that was right for him and his family. Either we agree or disagree with that. But I do believe that is probably just his first step into what he would like to do. So, even kind of looking at the cost rate, if it's $125,000 a year, I think with the legal fees, if he decided to actually pursue this issue and the concern of CRT would probably be in the millions of dollars if the verdict was actually in his favor. But I do believe that there will be some consequences down the line if there are these same type of instances that are happening with school boards that allow these interesting people who really just don't understand the concept. I can't believe how many times I've seen it on CNN, MSNBC, and Fox, when reporters are literally asking individuals what is critical race theory, and no one knows the definition about it. So we are in a very critical time, in a very critical place in our society, that we are trying to define something that we don't understand. And when people are fearful, they will do whatever they need to protect their traditions and the norms without actually expanding their mindset on education, on what it actually could be.
But bottom line is this education battle that we are seeing taking place, Xavier, all across the country. These people can try to make it about parental rights. No, what this is about, the undercurrent of this is race. In fact, I've been watching all of these different white media folks on mainstream media say, oh my goodness, it's unfair to label the voters in Virginia to be white supremacists. Because the reality is folks have always wanted to ignore the issue of race. Race has an undercurrent. Race is there when we talk education. Race is there when we talk about economics. Race is there when we talk about wages. Race is there when we talk about salary. Race is there when we talk about anything. Oh, Roland Martin, you're sitting here, you're a race hustler. You're always looking for race. No, I'm not looking for race. Race always happens to find us.
Roland, right. As someone who's actually taught a critical race theory class in law school, racist pervades our society. But not just from a standpoint of we're looking at it from a doctrinal perspective, whether it's taught in schools, whether it's taught on a college level, a law school level. Black people have had to learn about the history of this country, some of the intricacies as a method of survival in this country. Many white people have not and are ignorant of the history of America. And when they are confronted with some of the different things that's happened in this country, frankly, they're offended. They don't get mad at us. Get mad at your families. Get mad at your mama and daddy that they didn't enforce in terms of understanding what has happened in this country. And we have multiple states that have passed amorphous laws, some of them been copied, that really don't define critical race theory, although that's the boogeyman. They speak specifically in and around topics related to race. And now that's expanded beyond just race. Now LGBTQ plus, women's bodies and their rights and things of that nature. It now has become cancel culture, the woke mob, everything that's supposed to be against a certain right-wing politic. Now we're living in a country that people say is center-right country. Now we're center-bigot. And we have a media that continues to center bigots' feelings over what's right and what's just for the future of this country.
It's going to continue. We're going to see more of this. And so folks might as well get buckle up because it is going to happen because we ain't going nowhere with dealing with all of these different issues. Folks, back to our Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Betty is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Bear Hug Betty. Settle in, kids. You'll be there a while. Ooh, where you going?
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way. Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Roland was amazing on that.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared. You dig?